Hello and welcome everyone to this MYOYOGA class. Myo stands for myofascial release and yin yoga. So today it's a more softening and healing practice that is gentle to help us relax, wind down from a mental and emotional side, and in terms of our body tissues to lengthen it, to help it get more hydration, therefore feeling more juicy, hopefully, after the class, okay? So for this practice, of course, you're on your yoga mat and we would need 2 balls, yeah? Whether it's 2 tennis ball or 2 lacrosse ball. I'm going to begin today's class with a relaxation and releasing of tension along our spine, particularly on our chest and our sacrum, okay? Now, when you put the balls onto your spine, so these are just some technical stuff so that we don't hurt ourselves, yeah? So the balls would never go on the spine. So if your balls are touching, the spine will be where my hand is, as I think you can see, okay? So the ball would not go on your bone, otherwise there would be a compression, and that is not what we try to do, at least not the spine, okay? So we're going to start with lying down in Shavasana and have your 2 balls with you, okay? So let's just lie down and feeling yourself on your mat or on the ground, sky above you, earth beneath you. Let's begin, beautiful people, to arriving home to your body temple, reconnecting with your thinking self, your sensing self, and your feeling self. Welcome to this therapeutic yoga class where I invite you to feel safe because you have a choice. Everything that I offer is upon invitation in this class, and you're always welcome to follow or not. So really inviting you to listen to your body, taking a kind and gentle approach towards your healing, your returning to the wholeness, completeness within you. We begin by just taking 3 releasing breaths where we inhale through our nose and we will exhale through our mouth, okay? So inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth with a ah, let it go. So the next time we're going to inhale lots of love and juiciness into your being. And as you exhale with your mouth, think that you're releasing all physical tension through your exhale. Inhaling again through your nose. And exhaling this time all emotional stress from your system. Emotional stress. Inhaling again through your nose, last inhale in this releasing breath. Inhale to the top of your chest and exhale, letting go whatever no longer is serving your purpose in this here and now. Be willing to let those go. Really, really, really good. Okay, now we're going to walk our feet up the mat. Okay, walk your feet up the mat and slowly lift your feet a few inches off the mat so that your knee is right on top of your hips. This is one line, okay? Hands can be out on the side. And then just gently making circles with your knees, holding your knees together and make circles. Okay? Gentle, small circles. You don't need to go big. So they're very tiny, minute circles. And then go the other way. Okay? Can you feel that bone that is underneath you when you're making the circles with your knees right on top of your hips. That bone is the triangular bone called the sacrum, right on top of your tailbone. Okay. So we're going to put our feet down now. We have our two balls. So looking at the two balls, we're going to put it on our sacrum. Yes, I did say not on the spine, but sacrum is okay. It's also a bone. And the distance between the two balls, let's just say is about an inch. Okay. So lift up your bum and put your two balls, maybe 1 inch apart or so, onto your sacrum. Okay, that triangular bone just now, where you felt it, okay, is right on top of your tailbone. Breathe in here. We will be here for 2 minutes. Now, if you have a lacrosse ball, it is too hard, put a towel on it to cushion. If you have a tennis ball, it's usually okay. There should be no SOS, the type of pain that you need to call the ambulance. It may you'll feel a compression. We are compressing on our sacrum. And you can start making, so your feet is walked up. You could also try to walk your feet down. I personally think that when my feet is down, it's more intense. So I usually start with my feet up the mat, walk up the feet up the mat. Okay. So breathe into your sacrum, where the two balls are. And if you want now, these are the options of micro movements. What we could do is lift up one leg off the mat, again, like what we were doing just now, so that one knee is on top of your sacrum. We are going to make circles, going in one direction, very slowly. The thing with myofascial work, myofascial release work, the slower you go, the more effective or more intense, you feel it more. Okay, you're going 5 times in one direction, and then you're going to go the other direction 5 times. So I'm already moving the other right direction. This is my 3rd, but you go in your own time. We'll meet. We'll wait for you. All is well. Okay. Once you've done the circles, each direction on one leg, we're going to do it on the other leg. Okay. So lift up your foot a few inches off your mat. Knee is right on top of your hips. And then make gentle circles, very small circles with your knees. 5 times each direction. Slow down your breath, breathe. Breathe into the ball, breathe into your sacrum. Once you're done the 5th time, one direction, go the other way. 5 times. If at any time it gets too intense for you, you can cushion your ball. Yeah, put a towel on top of your ball so it's less. Okay. Now, how was that? If that was okay, you can rest. Or if you want to level up and take it 1 notch further, you can try now, if you wish, to bring 2 knees up. Keeping the knees together. So this can be quite intense. If it's too much, then you can come down already. So always less is more. Take care and be gentle. So if those of you who have your knees up and you still feel it's okay, both knees up, hugging your knees together, and then we're going to move slowly in tiny circles, quite intense, especially if you have a lacrosse ball. If you have tennis ball, it's a bit more gentle. Okay. Want to be very careful here. We are compressing our bone, so to increase the production of collagen in our bone is a stimulation. Okay. Really good. And then now we can put out 1 foot down and the other foot down. Wow. Okay. Now you can also sway side to side, like kind of move your hips side to side, but very a very minute movement so that you're not, so the balls don't go out of position. Okay, very gentle here. And then as we were doing the releasing breath, now I would like to invite your attention, just bring your attention to the two balls. Breathing into the ball. Exhale out through your mouth all the tension of your hips and lower back. With your out breath. Breathing in nourishment. Exhaling out tension from the ball. Breathing in lots of love and kindness. Exhaling out more tension, residual tension through the out breath with a sound if you wish. Really good. Very slowly now. We're going to lift very gently, use a bit of a core, lift up your bum, lift up your hips, take out the two balls beneath you. Feel as now all of your hips landing onto the mat already. Swing side to side if you wish. Okay, you could straighten your legs if you wish. And just taking a moment to pause. Notice any feedback from that release. Sensing any, there could be a sensation, just a sigh of release or relief. Some tingling sensations. Just notice. Here is also a practice where we cultivate, our body awareness, getting in touch with the way our body is talking to us through sensations, heat, a feeling, a nudge, anything. Notice any difference in your level of calm in your being, just compared to just 10 minutes ago. Now, the next point that we're going to do, you could just hear me. I don't even think you need to look at the screen, But I am going to sit up, but you don't need to look up. I mean, you're free if you want to look up or not, but it's quite clear, and I'll be as clear as I can. The ball is going to go between your shoulder blades. As you're lying there, to find your shoulder blade, all you need to do is, first of all, you find your sacrum. So find your nipple line and have your two fingers meet in the middle. That's your sacrum, right? So then have your two balls on your sacrum. So you're lying down. Okay. So roll your two balls back. Right, lift up one side and then the other. And then you have the ball. I'm lifting my arms up so you can see. It's a bit hard to show on this one lying down, but it's in between your shoulder blades. Okay. Have it here now. Now to check that point, find your nipple line again as you're lying down. Have your walk your two fingers from your two nipple lines into the middle, and you kind of feel where the ball is. And gauge from there. Okay, under the shoulder blades. So hands now can be just lying, hands down by your side, palm facing up or down, whatever is comfortable for you. This, again, it can be quite intense. You could change to a tennis ball or cushion the ball with a towel. Now you could lie here, hands spread out, like open wide like Jesus, across. Or you could do a bit of a micro movement where you start to like going swimming in a backstroke motion. So one arm go overhead and alternating. Okay. As I have injured a little bit my upper tract, so I'm not going to the full first extension on my left side. Okay, that's why, but you're welcome to. Okay. So like swimming backstroke. Okay. Or when your hand lands right on top of over your head, if it feels good, you could also leave it there. The other way that you can move is like you're driving a car. So your hand holding on your steering wheel, and you can be driving your big truck or your big lorry. Okay? So these are two micro movements, or you can simply just hands out across like Jesus, or just by your side. So find one that resonates with you. We're going to be here for another minute, okay? Breathing in. Those of you in micro movement, I'll let you know when it's time to rest. Nice and easy. Breathe into your heart. Actually, where the two balls are right now, back of your shoulder blades, is the back of your heart. Breathe. A reminder that the ball is not on your spine. It's actually on the spinal processes, yeah. So one more breath in the movement, and then we can just rest. Whichever movement that you're doing, you can just rest now. Coming back to the stillness. Actually, in the stillness that you experience, even in myofascial release or yin yoga, the stillness is you're not moving physically. But it is precisely because you're not moving physically, you can then sense the more inner movements of energy, thoughts, emotions. These are all manifestations of your energetic state within you. So even though we are not moving to the naked eyes, there are all these movements happening within us energetically. Okay. We have been here with the ball for about 2 to 3 minutes now. We can slowly release the ball. Yeah, so just gently kind of push yourself up, maybe lean on to one side and take the ball out. And then rest back down in this lying down Shavasana position. Now allowing and feel the difference of your shoulder blades and how it's connecting to the earth beneath you or your yoga mat. Notice during any of these myofascial release, I mean, especially if, for the upper body, if you've done a lot of weights, that is upper body strengthening. Notice how your muscles are now, or your whole body, how does it feel in connection with the earth? Do you feel that you have perhaps planted a bit deeper onto earth or into earth? And anytime during this practice, if you naturally, spontaneously sigh out loud, or yawn or swallowing a saliva, it means that the nervous system is actually beginning to rest. It is a response from your vagus nerve. When you yawn, sigh, or swallow saliva, it's a good thing. It means you're relaxing. from a nervous system neuroception perspective. So before we get up for some yin poses, I'd like to do one more breath work, if it's okay with you lying. Bringing your attention, everyone, please, to your heart, your precious heart, the place of your spirit. The fire of the sun is the fire of your heart, is the same element. I'm going to do something I learned from the Native Americans. It's called the infinity breath. So it's a 6-direction breathing, bringing your attention to your heart space. We're going to take an inhale from the back of your heart, inhaling back of your heart. And then breathing out front of your heart, or breathing through nose. Inhaling from the front of your heart. Now exhaling back of the heart. Inhaling left chamber of your heart. Exhaling right chamber of your heart. Inhaling right chamber of your heart. Just visualize this movement. Exhaling left chamber of your heart. Imagine your breath dancing in and out of these directions. Now inhaling from the sole of your feet all the way to the middle of your heart. Exhaling out middle of the heart all the way up crown of your head. From crown of your head, inhale to the middle of your heart. Exhaling heart all the way down to the sole of your feet. This is the 6th direction. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhaling back of your heart. Exhaling front of your heart. Inhaling front of your heart. Exhaling back of your heart. Inhaling left chamber. Exhale right chamber. Inhale right chamber. Exhale left chamber. The 5th direction, from the sole of your feet all the way up to the heart. Exhaling heart to crown of your head. Inhaling from the sky above through the crown to the middle of your heart. And then exhale all the way down to the sole of your feet. Last round, inhaling back of your heart. Exhale front of your heart. Inhale front of your heart. Exhale back. Left chamber inhales. Exhaling right chamber of your heart. Inhaling from your right chamber of the heart. Exhaling left. Inhaling from the sole of your feet all the way up to the heart. Exhaling to the sky through the crown of your head. Inhaling from the crown of your head all the way down to the middle of your heart. Exhale as you anchor, land, and plant yourself ever so deeply into the earth. Now inviting you to just coming back to your normal breathing in your own rhythm. And in this stillness, checking in with yourself. How does it feel within your heart space right now? Because no matter what tools we introduce to you, the point is that it only is good for you if it works. If it's effective for you, invite you to do that again. Okay, really, really good. And then now, if you wish to, we're going to slowly come up to a seated position. So you can start to stretch like you're waking up in the morning. You can move your toes and your fingers, however way you like, whatever you like to do. And just let your body wisdom guide you to come up to your seated position. Okay. And then we're gonna, for the rest of the practice today, is a full body yin yoga, stretching and lengthening. Starting with our hips. So the Taoists believe, and I agree, as we age, our body, the bottom part of our body, basically our hips, they get stiffer, our legs and hips get tighter and stiffer and drier, whereas the upper part of our body get weaker. So therefore, the origins of yin yoga had started with a lot of focus with the hips and legs down because they just get more stiff. So there are also yin yoga for upper body release, but those are coming a little bit later. It's not the original yin. The original yin, as developed by Paul Grillig, is a lot focused on waist down, on your hips and legs area. So we're going to begin to do a stretch on your glutes and your IT band. Okay, so for this in yin, we come to something called the Sleeping Swan. Now, you may or may not need props or towels or blocks. You may or may not need, but let's see. So coming to a swan, coming first to a tabletop, yeah? I want to share with you a more active way to get into the swan. So coming to a tabletop, tuck your toes under, lift up your hips, so coming kind of like to a down dog, yeah? Bringing your right foot up, bend your legs, yeah? Turn, look under your right armpit. So your right leg up, look under your right armpits. Feel that twist already. And then the next inhale, turn back, gazing between your hands, knee bring down to your elbows, pivot the foot in, and then we're coming to a swan. Then we're gonna sit our hips down, okay? So before we go down, so we're gonna fold forward. Before we fold forward, I just want to invite you to notice, is your hips, are you able to sit or is it like tilted? No good or bad. If it's tilted, just inviting you to level your hips by wherever you're tilted, prop something under, okay? Whichever side that you're tilted. So prop under so that your hips are more leveled. And then we exhale forward, full body forward, looking for an IT band and glute stretch, okay? Feel free to rest your head. Again, if you need props, to rest your head. And with this, the more your foot is closer to you, is less the tension. If you move your foot away from you, closer to the top of the mat, the more the tension. So the journey between your feet close to you or away from you, that's how you're going to determine the intensity of your stretch, okay? So we're looking for 6 to 8 out of 10, if 10 is the maximum. And we are gonna start the clock for 3 minutes. No SOS pain, yeah, everyone. Therapeutic yoga, safely through choice. We are intending to stay here for 3 minutes, but if at any time you are not comfortable, you need to get out, that is exactly what you're going to do. Okay. Breathe into wherever you are feeling it. So here's the thing with yin yoga, right? When you're feeling it, you're doing it. So we find our appropriate edge. That's step number 1. And we're looking for edginess between 6 to 8 out of 10. Once we have our edge, we commit to staying still. We stay and we remain still for the duration of time. And this time we're doing 3 minutes. Make sure there's no tension around your neck or your shoulders or any part. target area in the Sleeping Swan is your glutes and IT band. If your pelvis is not level, prop a towel or block under so that you are more leveled, and that would help to give you your IT band and glute stretch. We are now halfway through here. So remember earlier I suggested, first check on your edge. How is it? Is it still edgy? Is it still appropriately, not aggressively edgy? And if you want more, you want to level up, you're going to just wiggle your foot forward away from you a bit more. Come up and wiggle your foot forward. If it's been too much, then bring your foot closer down, closer to you. For the remaining time on this Sleeping Swan. Breathe. Maybe when you're still, can you hear the part of you that senses, the part of you that feels? Most times we're very connected with the part of us that think, the thinking you. And then we kind of forget, we put in the back seat our feeling, the feeling you and the sensing you. But you are all of all that. Beautiful, my friend. With your next inhale, you can slowly push yourself out of the position. You're going to come out. So you're going to push yourself up. Okay. So how I like to get out is I just lean on to the side that I've done. So I have my right foot out. So I just lean on my right side and I just bring my other foot around. And then I straighten my feet. And then just pause and feel the difference between the one leg and the other leg that has not been swanned. Yeah. Then I'm going to do a nice windscreen wiper as a transition before we go on to the other side. So we want to have our feet like mat with distance apart. Hands behind you, about 1 foot. Okay, just dropping both knees side to side. Okay, just dropping both knees side to side, and your feet are mat width distance apart. Okay. And just notice, where is your restriction in the mobility of your hip joint? Nice and easy. Breathe. Okay, good. Now we're going to bring our feet in, coming back, setting up for the other side. You could go straight into it if you don't want to go in from down dog. But as it's morning right now, during the time of this class, I thought it's nice. So from tabletop, tuck your toes under, lift up your hips towards the ceiling. Okay, now we're going to do the other leg. So bring up, I'm doing my left, bend your knees. Look under your left armpits. Already you can feel a stretch on your upper hips. Okay, turn the head down again, looking between your arms. Bring your knees to your left elbow. Pivot the foot in and then slide down. Slide down, slide down, slide down. And again, checking in. Your pelvis, both if leveled. If not, use a prop if you need to use a prop. If one side is sticking out, usually use a prop. And then fold forward, looking for your IT band stretch. Okay. IT band on the front foot in the Sleeping Swan or glute stretch. Finding your appropriate edge, that is 6 to 8 out of 10. And then we stay still, and we stay here in stillness for 3 minutes. A lot of the target tissues, the fascia, the tendons, the connective tissues are very tough, different from muscles. Therefore, the longer time in yin yoga is specifically designed to give time for these muscles, for these tissues, the fascia, the connective tissues, to just give it time. Like I always say, it's like a melting frozen butter. You need to give it time. And giving time and slowing down is actually one of the ways to help us stay sane and healthy in the chaotic and fast-paced society, that the world has become, the world has transpired to become. And sometimes we lose balance when we just don't give things time. We become harsh and aggressive. So in this practice, we're also trying to cultivate softness and slowing down and giving time. Giving ourselves time. You could also notice which side feels more tense. So now, again, halfway in this swan on the other side. So checking in on your appropriate edge, just bring your attention. How does your glutes and IT band feel? Is the tension lessened? Or is it, oh my God, too tense, too much? Okay. If you feel you created space and you want more, only if you want more, you don't have to want more. Okay. So push yourself up if you want more, and then you can wiggle your foot out to increase the stretch. If it's been too much, then bring your foot in. So this is how you learn, like in chemistry. It's called titration. Okay, and then fold forward again and continue your journey. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathe. Breathe. Really good. With your next inhale, slowly push yourself out, up. Lean on one side if you wish, or however way your body likes to lead you out of this position. And just checking in how you're feeling. Yeah. If you feel you need to lie down and take a break, feel free to do so. Like a mini pause. So we're not always just rushing from A to B. We pause between A and B. Sometimes we just need to pause, to give yourself time to catch up. It's also cultivating resilience when we give ourselves time to pause and recover. Really, really good. We're going to slowly, slowly come up in whatever way your body feels like. And then we're moving on to the next muscle group. Okay. Our hamstrings. Okay. So just very simple, plain vanilla caterpillar. Have your legs right in front of you, straight. Okay. So just checking how you feel. Now, if you're sitting up right now and you can feel already your pelvis is kind of like tilted back, it's almost like you are not able to go forward, like there's something that is pulling you back. Like if you were like this, for example, right now, then I suggest before we go into the caterpillar, which is getting a hamstring stretch, you could sit on a block or a towel. Like you could roll up a towel. So this block will be too high for me, but the idea, okay? So if you were tilted back the pelvis, if you prop your bum up onto something like a towel, so basically raising the ground a bit higher, then it's easier to fold forward, okay? And all we're doing now is from here, we are going to fold forward. Okay, so now your knees might be not straight, that's okay. If they need to bend them, okay? But in this caterpillar, we're trying to get a hamstring stretch or a calf stretch. The more straight your knees are, the more stretch you're going to get. Okay, but it is also an extension of your back and lengthening your spine as well at the same time. Okay, if it helps to reach out, right, to any part of your legs as a leverage to help you, you could also do that, but in an appropriate way. And really for this one, give it time, you really feel the difference. So just breathe and chin to chest if you can, and feel if you want to lengthen the back of your neck, chin to chest. You might also feel a bit of tension in your lower back, depending on where you're most tight. So wherever you're feeling a stretch or intensity right now, is just where you are most tight in, in terms of your whole body today, in this moment. No good, no bad. So folding forward, and then letting gravity do the work for you. And that's all. Sometimes the trick is, are you willing to let something bigger lead you, rather than you always be in the driving seat? Feel safe and supported in the force within you, the same force within you, the same force that, make the plants grow, the same force that move the moon around the sun, the same force that turns seeds into flowers, the same force which let river flows and flowers bloom, that same force. Let that help you, support you, and nourish you. Knowing that it's there everywhere, it's omnipresent. Breathe. Just folding forward. Hamstring stretch. Breathe. And from a traditional Chinese perspective, in the caterpillar that you're in this straight legs forward bend, the entire urinary bladder meridian is activated, and it goes from the sole of your feet all the way up your calves, your hamstring, through your sacrum, up your lower back, mid back, up your spine basically, through the crown of your head, down your forehead, and right into the corner of your eye, and goes right into your brains. So this is a perfect calming down pose energetically as well. So breathe. We're almost here, almost there. Just letting yourself drop. If for those of you whose knees are bent more, maybe now you can try, can the knees straighten a bit more? Breathe. The power of a yin practice is in the time. Breathe, lengthen, soften, trust, surrender. Breathe. Well done. And very, very slowly now, begin to kind of come up in your own time. Well done, my beautiful friends. We've been here for 5 minutes. You feel a difference between 3 and 5 minutes. And then slowly just recline. Yeah, and notice the response, the feedback from your body. Notice how is your relationship with pausing and doing nothing really. Excellent. And then when you're ready, you're going to slowly come on up. You're going to slowly come on up. Okay. We're now going to do a twist. So remember, this is a full body yin. So far we did our IT band and glutes and our hamstrings. Now just going to get a nice twist. So still sitting with your 2 feet in front of you. Bring your right knee in. Okay. So turning, so grabbing, lift up, hugging to your right knees. Sternum away from your belly button. Okay. And then we're going to twist your right, if you can, using your left elbow to hook on to your right knee. Inhale, the other hands go back to the side. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, you twist. Okay? I'm going to stay here for 10 breaths in this twist. So your head, your neck doesn't need to turn. Okay? It's a rotation from your spine, not your neck. So neck could be looking straight ahead or anywhere that is comfortable for you. You could also turn, just saying that you don't have to. Just lengthening as you inhale, exhale, twist. Lengthening as you inhale, exhale, twist. Lengthening as you inhale, exhale, twist. 3, 2, 1, release, release. And then we're going to do the other side, yeah? So bring your left knee in. Okay. You could inhale, lengthen, like so if you wish, and then hook to your left knee. Fingertips, if you wish, or flat. I prefer fingertips. I feel I could be longer behind your 1 foot away, back of your legs. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, there's a lengthening, and then exhale, feel that there's a twist coming from your mid-back, not your neck. But your neck can follow suit, but not forcing it from the neck is what I'm trying to suggest. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist. One last time, inhaling, and then exhale, twisting. Really good. Woo. Coming back to the middle, shake out your legs, shake out your hands. Okay. Moving on now to our last stretch. Inner groin stretch. Okay. Inner butterfly legs if you want. This is option 1. Okay. Or you could also go straight legs. The difference is if your hamstrings are tight with the straight legs, it would be more challenging. Okay. So you could also not be too challenging if you wish, just bringing your feet closer, bringing your sole of the feet together, looking for an inner groin stretch, and then just gently folding forward, yeah? Just gently folding forward. So in this one as well, in this butterfly, when you fold forward, okay, in this one, when you go forward, you might also feel a lower back stretch. Okay, so it really depends on how your body is today. So inner groin, and also maybe anywhere around the hips area that you might feel. Okay, so breathing in. And again, just dropping your head. And if you need props, never be afraid to use props because they're there to support you, asking for help. Okay. And if you're not feeling much, yeah, so if there's any quite open and flexible friends in this class, you could always elevate. You could also have your elevate your legs onto the block and go forward as well. Pick one that works for you. We'll be here for 3 minutes. Breathing in into your inner groin or wherever that you're feeling tight, yeah? Feeling the tension. So I've elevated my foot onto a block to increase the intensity. You might not need it. The closer your feet is to you, the more you're going to feel it. The further away is less. So somewhere in between, where you can find your appropriate edge. Target area in the groin, abductors, or you might even also feel it in your lower back, depending. Breathe. Just another minute here. You're doing really well. Breathe. In your next inhale, well done. Slowly push yourself out from your butterfly. Maybe using your hands, push yourself up to a seated position. We're going to end our practice in seating today. So coming to a comfortable seating position, just noticing how you're feeling right now. Any difference anywhere in your body, for better or not so good, just to notice it, practicing cultivating body awareness. So sitting tall, tall spine, chin slightly tucked in. Have our hands by the side of our body with our palms facing up the sky. Inhale, we draw this golden circle of love around us. Exhale, palm facing you, bringing energy into your being, like showering yourself with chi. Open palms again up, drawing this circle of love, collecting, connecting, and palm facing you. Showering yourself with this universal chi of love and protection. One last time, inhaling. And this time, our palms will meet on top of the crown of our head, both touching, feminine and masculine joining in one, and bringing the energy and love and light into the middle of your heart. Closing your eyes if you wish, and bow forward with your chin to chest as you honor yourself for being here today, for being here on earth this lifetime. As it is the end of the class, I like to end inviting you to think of one tiny thing that you're grateful for. Because it is true that grateful people are happy and not vice versa. And ending with sending all the love and positive energy that we created here in this class, sending it all out, extending our arms, giving it all away, knowing that whatever we give out unconditionally always come back to us multiplied. So I am because you are. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to share this class with you. I hope you've enjoyed the class.